Okay, the Capitol Hill, this is Garfield Circle drop-off. You can see this circle is where you'll get dropped off. Again, I keep saying drop off because it's Garfield Circle. Once you get dropped off, if you have a group photo, you're going to head this direction across the crosswalk and up this path and to the left. Again, this is for the Capitol photos. We're going to walk to the left. We need to walk to the other side of the steps. Depending on which company our group photo is taken with, will depend on which side, which set of steps you will actually prepare your group. But since you get dropped off here, it's easy to just walk this path around. Most of the time we use Central, which now you can actually see the tripod on the other side. And that is where our group gathers together to get the photo. When your group is gathering, refer to your rules in your trip notes, and it will tell you if they line up tallest to shortest or shortest to tallest. I can never remember. And the rounded section that follows the path of the Capitol reflecting pool is where your group will line up and stand. Then they will gather you to the steps, single file order, listen to instructions, and Capitol photos are done here. All right, Garfield Circle, the drop-off with Student Adventures.
Yeah, what the hell?
So this is your path that you will take for up the hill. There's a couple of ways to go. This is always my favorite. I take the right furthest outskirts up the hill. It's a little less distracting. You don't lose as many people trying to get pictures at this time, especially if you have a time limit. If you have someone in a wheelchair or that would need assistance getting to the top of the hill, this shack is a great place to stop. They will have like golf carts, and I could see that there's one on the side, and they will be able to drive whoever it may be up the hill. They'll have the service for coming down the hill also. This is where your groups will gather together to meet with the Congress multiple times. They may have a different spot, but usually this is the spot that they gather. If you look across the street, Library of Congress, Supreme Court. Just up here, you're going to notice a set of stairs that heads down. There's a set of stairs on both sides, but since you're right here, just take these set heading down the steps. So straight ahead in front of you is the stairs, one set of the stairs that you will bring your group down. to enter into the Capitol Visitor Center. You may already be able to see the stairs leading up and the line. Reminder, this is one line. There's an exact line on the other side. If you have a large group and you are running low on time, don't just throw your group in one line. Always check the other side also. We'll head to the other side and see what that line looks like. Excuse us, thank you. Hi, Linda. Hello. So good to see you. We're looking on the other side too. So the same concept, the other side line, you can see the, we'll say, red coat or red sweater people, the trash bins, and the note to remind you of what not to bring. You can bring water up to the hill. Just make sure that the water is gone before you go inside. Most of the time, watches come off. Keep lanyards on. Just listen to the instructions and they will fill you in. Is it still okay? So as a reminder, they line the groups up 2 by 2. You know, it doesn't look like it at the moment, but 2 by 2, and normally about 10 at a time come into the building to go through security.
No, it's not. So just me, he just has to check. He has to check. If it's bad, he has to be. No.
Okay, at the Capitol Visitor Center, once you get through security, you're going to walk through these doors. You'll see an information desk, and most of the time, your groups will just start lining up at this fence, this gate. But on all 4 corners, this level and below, are restrooms. You can see a group of people down in that corner, and behind us at this point is another group of people at the restrooms at that end. I would gather, or I would have your bus leaders, chaperones, a few of them standing here directing your people to the restrooms, and then to come back in one side or another of this fencing area while you make your way down to get the tickets. Okay guys, so from the information desk, either to the left or the right, as you follow this path around, you can see the set of steps. Again, either side, follow the steps down to the center and then off to the left. You want to head to that ticket counter. That's where you will have your confirmation numbers. Once you approach the desk, then give them those numbers. They will print off all the tickets that are required. They will either say South or North Theater, and those will be located with either this blue sign at the maze where the red sweater or jacket person is. This is the blue is the South, the North is the red, and there's a red vest gentleman there. You give information to the people at the podium about the name of the group, how many in your group. You can mention if you have 3 buses, because they will from there split the group up, because once they do the 13-minute film in the theater, they will exit the theater up the stairs into the back 2nd floor area. And that is where they will start their red coat tour. You can also speak to the red coat people before your group meets up with them to shorten the tour if you are short on time. Feel free to do that. Okay, so from the information desk, this is the easy path over towards the tunnel. If you have Library of Congress tickets and it is after the Capitol, this is the direction straight ahead. Past the green exit sign, you can actually see up above where it says Library of Congress tunnel entrance. Right through those doors and off to the left. It's very simple. Walk straight on the path and up the steps to the right. You'll see what that means when you get to the library. So again, either set of steps you can go down to get tickets, or even for your cafeteria appointment. When you head all the way down the steps, around the corner to the left, again, use the left desk for the tickets. You can see the ticket desk pretty much straight ahead. They will call you up whenever they are ready for you. And then just to the left of the desk is the cafeteria. And this is the line that they will form to wait for their entry time, or the cafeteria is cleared out enough for your group to enter. And there is normally one of two gentlemen that speak to your group before they enter. They will inform them the best way to maneuver through the cafeteria. Okay, so to exit the Capitol, you can see that the exit that we are heading to today is near the Library of Congress tunnel, so just to the left, so near the women's restroom will be the exit. There's an exit on the opposite hallway also, but again, this is the upper level compared to the ticketed floor level. And out these doors and to the left to make our way down the hill. So whether you're leaving the Capitol or before going to the Capitol, you can make your way to this spot and you're able to do a photo of Library of Congress, because obviously if you're at the steps or under the steps where the entrance is, you're not going to get a good photo of the entire building. Then, if you're lacking on time, again, this side is easier, but then you have Supreme Court just across the street. Also at the Supreme Court, the steps is a great place for group photos. Just also know that the timing of the crosswalks are far in between. Get the Supreme Court and come this direction because we're going to be at the top level. And then we can still even get the steps from the top level. Okay, so from the Supreme Court, this is the light that takes forever, but just be patient. Once you are leaving, especially if you're heading to the motor coach from here, cross the street. And then you will see the two different paths. This lower level path will take you right to the Capitol. So if you're doing Library of Congress Supreme Court before your Capitol tour, walk down the hill. Otherwise, if you're heading to the motor coach, take this upper level to the left and follow this path around, and then we'll make our way down the hill. So if you leave the Capitol and actually go this way. If you leave the Capitol and come up the steps, beware of all your gates and make your round to the right side of the Capitol. And we're going to go down the hill for the motor coaches to pick up at Peace Circle. Once we get to this point, you can choose either path. I normally head to the right. Then we're just gonna veer towards the left. And you can already see some motor coaches down there. That is actually Peace Circle. So again, the right side is Garfield Circle, where you get dropped off. Peace is where you get picked up. Unless there's a lot of security around and they direct you to the side, just follow their instructions. If you have a Capitol photo after your tour, the crosswalks, like the other side, are straight ahead towards the right, and you will enter towards the Capitol reflecting pool, just like we did on the other side. And the buses, as they pick up, hopefully your timing works out right and you're here just before the motor coaches, because they are not allowed to sit here very long. So make sure you just get on and go. You can grab waters and so forth at another time.